Hi, I'm Dr. Mike Milligan. I'm here with Dr. Rich Bonato, the CEO of Braebon, and we're going to talk about compliance monitoring of this oral sleep apnea appliances. Rich, thanks so much for being with us.
Oh, my pleasure, Mike. Thank you.
So there's only a couple of these out, and you've got this chip, this device that will help to monitor the compliance, the wearing of the oral appliances, similar to what they do with CPAP.
Correct.
And soon will be required by law to...
That's the expectation,
right.
Correct. So in 2006, the American Academy of Sleep Medicine published a practice parameters paper in the journal Sleep, and that practice parameters paper specifically discussed oral appliances.
Right.
And in the appendix of that paper, they actually called for and stated the required need of objective oral appliance compliance measurement or adherence measurement. And in the CPAP paradigm, right. It's quite common and routine standard of practice to measure compliance with a CPAP device because the little smart cards and compliance monitors are built into the base station. However, in the oral appliance realm, in the oral appliance therapy paradigm, it's always been practice to just ask the patient, are you wearing your appliance, and write it down on a piece of paper. And that's called subjective measurement or subjective data. So the American Academy of Sleep Medicine has been calling for and identified the need of objective compliance measurement for years. And Braebon has recently introduced a product called the DentiTrack.
Right.
And we'll show
a close-up of this in just a minute.
And we call it a micro recorder. Because much like our Metabyte family of recorders, the DentiTrack has internal memory, internal power, and internal sensors.
My goodness, and it's tiny.
It is tiny. It measures about 13.5 millimeters long by about 8.5 high by about 4 millimeters thick.
Right.
And
Braebon developed this.
That's correct, yeah. We have extensive experience in developing polysomnographic systems and physiological recorders and sensors. Right. So we took that technology and we microsized it because we identified a need to measure the wearing time of oral appliances and compliance measurement, and to level the playing field between the CPAP paradigm and the growing oral appliance therapy paradigm. So with this device, the patient doesn't even know it's in the mouth because we recommend that it's manufactured by the dental laboratories. Right. And we work with about 7 or 8 of the major dental laboratories that probably cover about 80 or 90% of the entire market of oral appliances worldwide. And what we tell people is that the battery will last about a couple years, and that the memory will fill up after about 6 months when used as a sleep appliance. And so when you visit the dentist's office, twice a year, the patient can bring it in and they can upload the data to the cloud portal. Right. Or alternatively, you could upload the data weekly, bi-weekly, monthly. And there's also a little base station that's a small little box. And the patient could even buy this little box for a couple $100 and upload the data remotely from home. Or if it's an airline pilot, they can use this from anywhere in the world. Right. A truck driver could upload the data from anywhere that they're driving. And so it really makes it convenient to monitor oral appliance compliance and wearing time, and it helps to take away some of the criticism of oral appliance therapy that's been around for many years. And we've seen a lot of positive reception from the medical community because, they actually expect this kind of compliance measurement in the CPAP realm, and they've become accustomed to this type of information, and they really love the idea of now getting that same type of information from the DentiTrack. So not only do we measure when you put it in your mouth and when you take it out, but we also measure supine and non-supine head position. Right. So you can tell if someone's still predominantly sleeping on their back, or at least if their head's on their back, or if it's non-supine, And so with all this kind of information, it's really amazing the amount of detailed information you get from a patient's behavior. It's almost like Big Brother's watching you.
Great, but very important in this realm. Now, very comfortable to wear. It's done within the appliance. This is brand new. This has only been out a few months.
That's right. Yeah, we're just rolling it out now.
Just rolling it out right now. And so how would they talk to their lab, what on the prescription form do they need to be sure to get this in there?
Right. So when a dentist would order
Right.
a manufacturer to make a custom oral appliance,
Right.
they would essentially request the addition of a DentiTrack micro recorder.
Okay.
The dentist would need at least one base station at their office, and from there, when the device is received back, the dentist places the oral appliance into that base station,
Right.
logs into their account on the cloud portal, and there's no cost, there's no fees associated with this step. Mm-hmm. And at that point, they assign that oral appliance to a specific patient. They have to create a patient
Right.
account in the cloud portal, and they assign that appliance to the cloud portal account, and that links the two together. And from there on, that cloud account, that cloud portal would just monitor the appliance.
Right. Now, as far as cost to the dentist and the patient, what are we looking at in the way? You said the portal is about $200.
Well, there's no fees for the portal.
Okay.
And the software that you would require on your computer are free. So things that you already have, like Internet Explorer 9 or Chrome or Firefox and Java. And we don't sell it directly. We don't sell the DentiTrack directly to dentists.
No,
we
it's to
sell
the
it to the
lab.
laboratory.
But so what can the dentist expect in the way of an increased cost in their appliance?
Yeah, well, we've been told by the numerous labs that the range they're going to be charging is between $100 and $150.
$100,
That's a one-time fee.
Okay, great. And then there'll be, if the government passes the laws that you need to monitor compliance for the people in the transportation industry or whatever, you've got it there, you're ready to go. What about after 2 years when the battery wears out? What do you do?
Oh, at that point, you could just remove the old DentiTrack,
Okay.
and if it's still required, you can just place a new one in. So this particular...
Don't have to replace the whole appliance.
No, exactly.
It's easy to take out and remove.
Yeah, you can do it aftermarket. The DentiTrack I'm showing in this appliance right now was installed about a year after the appliance was made.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, very good. Good to know. Anything else you'd like to tell us about this wonderful new tool that we have before we close?
Yeah, I think it's really exciting. I think it's going to open up the entire market of dental sleep medicine. I think it's really going to help grow the field. I think you're going to see a lot more uptake from the medical community now that we've got objective, quantifiable compliance adherence information, and we're really excited about the future.
I bet we are. How do we get in touch with you?
Braebon.com, that's BRAEBON.com, or you can call us on the toll-free number at 1-888-462-4841.
Rich, thanks so much for being with us.
You're very welcome.